Let's get it.
Welcome to the round table, ladies, let's go. It's the Grown Folks Lounge. Miss Renee, another great show. Hot topics if you got them, hey, let's talk about it. Just keep it simple and clean. You ain't gotta argue about it. Always keep it 100. It ain't nothing but good vibes. Staying true to yourself, you can make it past the life. If ain't nobody said they love you, just remember that she said another day we still living. Show some love to the family. Going live, so subscribe. Let her know that you was there. If you catch the replay, leave a comment, like and share. You ain't gotta have a rent. The support still the same. And she with that goofy shit, put respect on her name. It's that grown folks talk. This Renee. It's that grown folks talk. It's that grown folks talk. This Renee. It's that grown folks talk. Respect on her name. Put respect on her name. Put respect on her name. Yeah.
What's up? What's up? What's
What's
up?
happening?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'? Another men's roundtable. Let's get it. I guess we'll wait till some people get up in
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. Let's let them come on in, and you know what I'm saying. In the meantime, we'll shoot the blase, and I hope everybody's week has been good so far and prosperous, and you know what I'm saying. Just all around all around good.
For sure, for sure. What's up, such a fucking lady, sis? What's going on? John, what's going on?
John Illuminati, my motherfucking G, was happening. That damn lady, I see you, my little bro. King LX. Salute, homie.
He better
Entitled,
be
I see you.
if he don't want me to be on his ass, he better be pulling up. He better get this round table. Here you got. He better hit this round table. What's up?
Nah, that's man. Shit, there's my rider Joe. Oh man, Joe, they.
Oh, I know Joe pulling up.
Oh yeah, Joe. Shit, man. Look here. We building this thing slowly but surely. Everything that's worth something don't come with a little bit of struggle and a little bit of what I'm saying work being put in. So you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying. We putting the work in. It's like that movie Field of Dreams. What they say, you build it, they'll come. That type of shit.
I'm kind of late because I'm just getting in from work.
No, it's all good shit. Cheers what it is. Long we here though. Last time, well, not last time, but the time before, I was late to the motherfucker, but I came on through as promised.
So I thought I got a topic for y'all. How can you separate the men from the boys? How do you know you're a real man? How do you know when you just a little boy, just living in the world?
You know why that's so difficult to even, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, I know it's gonna be men that come on and expound on that. But at the same time, the difficult part about it is because most of these motherfuckers that consider they men don't realize they just boys.
Hmm? I
That's
can't say
that's
I can
real shit.
I understand it though. I most definitely understand
You when you come to it, and people feel like oh, I've been through this, I've been through that, I'm a man. No, but just because you made it through a lot of things doesn't necessarily make you a man. It just means you got through a lot of things. But if you hate the problem, the question is, did you learn from the shit that you made it through? Did you use that experience to make you better than you were before you got caught up in that fucking situation or those situations? I went through a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying, coming up, but I wasn't, and my homies, you know what I'm saying, my mother, Goddess D, um, shit, my homies, my motherfucking, my G's, my lows, and some of them wasn't even affiliated like that, but shit, we just been down, you know what I'm saying, from the goddamn understand what it entails to be a man until it just hits you. And affirmation is a motherfucker because you got people out there that sit there and they'll pat you on the back and God damn it, I did. Co-sign all your bullshit, but it take a real motherfucker to point out your fuck shit, to point out your flaws and tell you, you know what I'm saying, when you wrong, or when you know what I'm saying, when you're not on point, when you're not on code with certain shit. And yeah, I lived the life and I was good at what I did and in the eyes of the streets. But just because you a street cat don't make you a man. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm having a but you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's a good question. How do you really separate men from boys? You just sometimes you just listen to a motherfucking conversation. They'll let you know where they mind frame at. If you on that little boy shit, or if you really talking about some no grown man shit, and that conversation there in itself has levels that if you're not really paying attention to it or you're aware, you won't even know. So it's a bunch to it. Well, some people think that because they got kids that they're men. Nah, I got a lot of homies that had kids. And they know what, and back in that time frame, were nowhere near being a man. And I would sit back and watch and be like, damn, my nigga, you're saying that you're a man, but shit, we got a crib, but you got kids, my nigga. Why your kids, being raised by your parents, or your baby mama is sitting back, you know what I'm saying, tripping because you won't do X, Y, and Z for your kids, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of levels to this shit. It's all really in all it's a matter of perspective. So I mean, if that makes sense. Now I know I'm multi. I had a message come through. I had to try and take care of that real quick. But to me, the epitome of being a man. Oh shit! Wow. Oh, fucking insurance. Uh, damn. Give me a second. Let me go on mute right quick. Let me take care of this right quick. This came up out of nowhere.
Okay. So yeah, y'all, we kind of behind on it on the men's round table, but we're gonna get it popping. We're gonna get it popping. Goddess, what's going on? What's going on, Tiff? Yeah, we running late. You know how that is. We didn't go live last week. 'Cause it was Halloween, but we here today. We are sure. We are sure. I can't say it like how they be saying it. We are sure. So, ladies, I stopped doing the ladies round table because I really don't have nobody to to support the women round table. Yeah, do shit like that. Yeah, the women didn't want to come hang out on the table and talk their shit. So I just broke it down. I'm just gonna do just the men. I'm just gonna do the men round table. Yeah, hold on. There you go, King. Hey, King.
Hello, Miss Renee.
How are you?
I'm fine. Kind of nervous, but I'm fine
Why you nervous?
because I hit the
Oh, you want?
panel.
Oh, and you wonder if I'm
Kev,
gonna be? You
she
wonder
said
if
if
I'm
we
gonna
hit the panel, she wasn't gonna drag us. So hit the panel.
I ain't gonna judge you because you hit the panel. I'm gonna be nice. I'm
How
gonna
D
be
Ship?
nice.
How D Ship gonna host a show and he ain't here yet?
He here.
He was late. I was here before he started. Before y'all started.
Oh yeah, 'cause I was late.
The
Kev,
fucking lies, the fucking lies. I was backstage before the fucking show got started. So
he shot.
don't do that, nigga. I done sat there and gave you flowers, and then you want to turn around and piss on them. All right, keep it going. But nah, real talk though. Shit, we just
Okay,
a lot of it comes with life lessons, man, living and learning. And Big
hey,
Slump,
Big
what's
Smoke.
good with you, homie?
I'm going on mute since the men's are
Shit.
here. Since the men's are here. So what I ask is how do you separate? And if y'all choose to get on this topic, that's on y'all. But I asked D Chef, um, how can you separate the men's from the boys? Hey Sarge, what's up, handsome? Hey Beat Master, I'm gone. I'm on mute.
It's fucker here. Man, like I say, it's about maturity in my eyes.
Mature it's maturity and how they carry themselves. It's a lot of
Hmm.
grown. It's a lot of grown ass boys. It's a lot of young men. Go hand in hand.
I mean,
That was a
I
good
tune
one.
into
Yep.
Renee show, whenever she goes live for the most part, and I took it as a honor to even be asked to host this. But what I've been noticing though, and this is no, yeah, I guess you can take everybody can take it how they want to, but I noticed that the men support, I mean the women support the men's roundtable more than the women do. But the men always got a lot of shit to say, in the chat and behind the scenes. But when we can sit there
Mhm.
and have conversation about issues that plague us and that we really feel some heartfelt about, you know, nobody wants to come up, you know what I'm saying, and discuss these things. And
Mhm.
I just feel like that not saying that everybody has to pop all up at one fucking time, you know what I'm saying? But this is something that's really non-existent on YouTube where men can sit up and actually have free range to discuss the issues that may be on their minds that, you know what I'm saying, with no interruption from anybody other than looking at the damn chats, but you can avoid that because we're having a conversation that, may impact somebody's life in one way, form, or fashion, or just if nothing but give insight to how we think in certain aspects, not giving up all the goddamn game, but shit, man, come on, man. That's what this is supposed to be for. And I thought, with all the intellectual people that I see, a lot of us is just street niggas, but we have common sense and we have fucking, some of us ain't just dumb. You know what I'm saying? But to sit back and just be chat warriors, to me, that's like being a cell soldier when you have the opportunity to actually voice your opinion on certain things. with it just being conversation, no arguments, no backlash or judgment being passed. I mean, come on, this is part of what I feel like separates men from boys in just a certain aspect of.
I agree. I agree with you, D. Shep and King. Salute to you, Mr.
Salute,
Renee.
big slump.
Salute to you. I made it,
Salute, blended
and
Hitler.
I apologize for my tardiness today. Um, I agree with both of you, Kings, about that. Uh, hell of a statement you just made, King, and nailed it right on the head. To pick up where D. Shep and you guys left off, you definitely there's a screening process in my mind. Um, we all have had some aspects of dealings with the streets. But however, you can tell if a person is really about that life, so to say, quote unquote.
Right.
Um, for me, literally, I've said on previous lives, I wouldn't trade my life and my past for nothing because I learned a lot from the streets. A lot of people say, "Hey, man, you try to get away from the streets, etc., etc." Yes, I agree with that. However, a lot of people will spit negative about the streets, and I can't, unfortunately, say too much negative about the streets that in my street experience, so to say, because I learned a lot that I wouldn't have learned from a quote unquote normal white picket fence type childhood. Um, in my experience, again, people should know me by now. Uh, I was I was raised as a man at an early age, and I didn't have a childhood due to the fact that I had to take care of someone from the very beginning. My mom was disabled from the before I was born, and
Hmm.
with that in mind, me and my mom, and that's it. Mother raised me on $950 something Social Security and food stamps and Medicaid and WIC, and I turned out just fine. Um, now when you talk about these certain individuals saying that they are from the streets and just jaw jacking, yes, you most definitely can tell certain individuals whether they really are about that life, quote unquote, by conversation. However, it's a screening process because actions speak louder than words also. What I mean by that is you would have to see also if a person is about what they say they're about. And it's not necessarily from a bad aspect of things of when things get bad or when street shit come. No, it ain't even about you don't have to go. Let's not go and speak on the negative. Let's speak about the positive. You could tell a person that's had a hard dealings with or been through something. Example, if you raised up on food stamps or have had your lights cut off for a long time or dealt with not having no water,
Speak on
you are
that
going
shit,
to
homie.
have a instant automatic defense mechanism in your mind as far as, hey, I don't want that to happen ever again. Let me ensure that when I grow up or when I have more control of what's going on, that is the least of my problems. That is not what I have to deal with in the future. That's one thing. And then also you can also go a step further when shit do get real and an attempt to keep everybody safe. It ain't about always inflicting harm. Sometimes it's about keeping you safe and how you move. Example of
I
that,
don't know.
it ain't always about inflicting harm. Sometimes it's about staying safe, jumping out there, picking your battles, knowing
Let me
when
let me
and
let me
how
let me,
to
let
move.
me say this, homie, and I'm gonna let you finish. I just
Yes,
because
sir.
I'm listening to
Go
what
ahead.
you're saying, I'm feeling it wholeheartedly. The
Real
best
quick, D.
offense is a great defense, homie. But go ahead.
Is it on me?
No, no, slump. I just go ahead, slump, finish up, and then Mike, you go and get it in, and we just do the thing the way we supposed to do it. But I just had to say that the best offense is a great fucking defense. But go ahead, Slump, because that's what he's saying. Big Slump, I'm passing it back to you, homie. I just wanted to say that right quick.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was on mute. Um, I digress from that because that sums it up right there, plain and simple. Um, screening, you know, I'm glad I'm able to. I was able to take time to actually participate this session with you guys because it definitely is a definitely is a topic we need to definitely discuss and express maturity on because we've all have seen and witnessed the the norm in the sector in regards to highlighting the negativity part of this street mentality. In my mind, yes, I'm from the streets. Yes, I've dealt and had my particulars in the streets. However, um, my mindset definitely wasn't to stay there. And sometimes we do or should express solutions rather than complaining about what's going on. And that's part of being a man anyway is being solution based, solution minded. As part of maturity, also as far as what can we do to correct or help or assist, if that makes sense. Uh, I digress off of that.
No, and you're absolutely right. So, I want to ask the question.
Can I get to a point that was already talked about for y'all move too far away
Yes.
from it?
Go ahead, Kev. Go ahead, man. Please, man. Appreciate you coming up, bro.
Okay, all right. Yeah, as we get older, we first of all we get more particular. You know what I'm saying? We don't even socialize with cats our age as we should. When we decide to go serious, we'll have to realize that it's not gonna get the same views. People ain't gonna put it. It is what it is. You can be. It is what it is. They're not here for that. They here to sit back and really see you nut up, possibly of two niggas get into a fight and niggas get to saying whatever. This is what they're conditioned for. This is what people are expecting now. And they try, because so many people are accepting. See, we're rewarding people for bad behavior. This is what it is. So why would you change? The people that's getting the views to a degree are or 0 to 100 real quick, or highly entertaining. You gotta listen. When you do these lives and some of this, some niggas is running through weed and drinking, and they're not even getting that back from the show.
Right.
Not even getting that money back that you spending coming to entertain people while they're not gonna spend with you. They just want to see you act the fool for free. See, people put their money where they should, but YouTube allows people to a degree escape. You know what I'm saying? Some of the responsibility, because as we approaching 35, 40, and 45, niggas should be in the tipping. Niggas is cheap right in front of America and acting like niggas don't see it.
Yeah, can I say something right quick on that? Immediately what you just said as far as tipping is, coming from when I'm coming from Texas, you know what I'm saying? Being in the streets and whatnot, hell, it wasn't no what tip. Unless you see a waitress that you trying to really impress her with. Now you throw a couple of dollars, but being living here in Vegas, you realize that this is a whole. My mother was a and I'm gonna keep this short and brief, and I'll let you get back to it. I'm gonna let you land. But my mother was a waitress in Georgia, man, and she had customers. A customer in particular, all of the customers loved her, but she had a customer tip her a car. So coming out here in Vegas, where it's all hospitality driven and tip driven, yes, I didn't really believe in tipping, but when I realized what this shit, shit, I tip like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, bro.
Well, like I said, when we was talking about the generation, why isn't people following suit, of older people that you can clearly have your situation more developed, we'll say, than some other people. And black men tends to listen. The typical person that we dealing with doesn't deal with their father on a regular basis. So we're not dealing with 40-year-olds or 35-year-olds that see or talk to their father 3 times a week. We not.
Right.
They don't got that type of relationship with their own father. Because if they did, when they ran into another older nigga, they would treat him differently. It'd be a reflex. It'd be a reflex. Because you'd have to be sir this and sir that. Now that you're grown and you talk to your father on a regular basis, or your uncles and shit like that, it has to be respect. So what you're showing is that you've replaced talking to the only people that might have influence over you. Because YouTube don't. You traded it in for YouTube. So now you got bits and pieces of niggas that you don't know, giving you bits and pieces of information at a time. You're gonna be slower than the next class of a nigga that's sitting back getting it from a real source of a real person that you can really be talking to. But
And getting something from.
Man, I'm gonna land right here. A lot of these niggas live a lifestyle that their fathers and uncles don't approve of. Some of them they don't approve of. I don't give a fuck. People is on here flossing saying what they got. Their fathers and uncles don't like them sitting on here smoking weed, doing nothing. I promise, I bet you. Talking about Gilligan shit. That's why they don't ever pull up to the channel. Ain't like they the dead. Ain't like the people who dead. Their parents is like us. Most of us. These young niggas pops is around, but they know they on YouTube being so stupid that they would never tell their father to pull up. Right.
Mike, you want to talk on that, bro? Mute. But no, man. At the end of the day,
Yeah, my bad.
Go ahead, bro. You got something to say on that, man?
See, Kev, I'm gonna piggyback off of that. What you're saying too, like me. I grew up around older people, so I hang around older people. So to understand it, but it be a disconnect as far as expectations because you expect people to have some type of understanding when everybody, they really don't. So I get it. It get annoying. You don't really want to deal with it. You could probably care less if they came around, but just at certain like the expectations of what you expect, you got to kind of stoop lower to a lower level and have some type of understanding with some people on there. But yeah, Ship, what you was finna say, and then I'll finish up. Piggyback off of what you was saying.
No. All I was saying was, like what Kev was saying. And the key word, to be honest with you, is YouTube. Motherfuckers can be who the fuck they want to be, but then they people don't understand, man. It's a small fucking world.
Yeah,
and
we really at 6 degrees of separation.
Man,
I guarantee you, even though we can stay in different places of the world, I bet you if you talk long enough and thorough, either you or somebody you know somebody that the other person know, or it's somebody that they know somebody. So it's that close. You never know.
I agree with that, King. I agree with that, King. And the thing is, there's no difference in hood, suburb, or city outside of just a line of symmetry. Everything that we all go through is pretty much the same in every place on earth. It's just that we might have different customs, different lingo, different dress wear, different views on shit, but it's all the same. It's all the same. Ain't nothing different but a line of symmetry. I agree.
Big slug, but dude, You have no idea of the real life impact of what you just said. And I'll expound on that and say, okay, you know, growing up basically all my life in Texas, you know what I'm saying? I left Texas in the first time in '98, moved to Georgia. From Georgia in the same year, you know, I ended up traveling to more states than I could count, you know, dealing with my little brother, rest in peace. But uh, one specifically when I was in Newark, New Jersey, and I got to, you know, through my brother met a lot of different people, right? And in my 20s, my mid to like I think I was like 27 or something like that. But I'm out there, man, and I'm dealing with guys in Newark that were street guys. You know, I had a guy approach me about coming being part of a damn robbery, and I wasn't even there for about maybe 3 or 4 days. And I'm like, you know, but that's neither that's a funny story, but neither here nor there. But what I did realize during my time there, I was there for like 3 weeks, and what I did realize is, and I swear on everything I love that I made a conscious decision that nigga, we all going through the same fucking struggle. You know, we just different regions, we all doing the same thing. We've all got the same goal, but we just go about it differently depending on where you're at. Now, what I went, you know, listening to you earlier, brother, and I really, man, trust and believe, I really got a lot out of what you said because the one question I want to ask is, and this is to everybody on the panel and those in the chat, how many street niggas would have been street niggas if they didn't have to be street niggas?
I'll tell you in my situation personally, if I didn't have to be one, I wouldn't be one.
A lot was a victim of circumstance. A lot of niggas parents
Thank
just said, "What are you talking about?" I'm saying, especially in New York, they growing up, nigga, get out of the house. What are you talking about? Yeah, you was on the street. Everybody outside. Yeah, ain't sitting up in here eating up everything. Smoke. Do you can't smoke in the house. So you know, a nigga was smoking weed as a young nigga. But so
and
I
that's just
think,
man.
unfortunately, by default, niggas in a lot of cases. You know, you put your kids out and them niggas down the block, it's swoop in a cousin, and what you think gonna happen?
What? Oh, so can I ask another question? I'm letting you guys land, but I want because all of this shit really kind of just it coincides with everything. Everything comes together like glue with these questions that I'm asking because they all pertain to the same fucking thing. So what drove what in you guys' opinion and from y'all experiences, what drove niggas that we ourselves included and niggas that we know to be street niggas? It's one common denominator, and I'm hoping somebody will answer that one fucking question. What made what made us go to the streets as opposed to going and
Rebellion,
living a regular life?
rebellion.
When you go go ahead. Go ahead,
Poverty.
Kevin.
No, I think he
Poverty,
said
huh?
one word. One word. He said one
Most of
word.
us
I was
didn't
like,
have poverty, man.
oh,
Shit,
Matter of fact,
who the fuck would be out there taking penitentiary chances if they didn't have to?
well,
Who would take life or
you
death
got
chances if they didn't have to?
our,
True.
yeah,
Hey,
that ain't Mike gonna go, but that ain't his generation's complaint. They got more money
nah,
available than them.
nah. See, like for me, my generation, it might have had that, but my circumstance, like man, when I was born, my daddy was in the pen already, and my mom was on her way too. So what I knew and what I learned before she came back is what my grandma and grandpa taught me. And it was 16 of us that like all her grandkids. Well, at the time that stayed with her, so she could only spend so much time with everybody. And I was only the baby for like 2 years, and then I had a little cousin. So you know, I was going outside, and the people that I was, hey, it's the influence, like going to different places and seeing stuff. And then, like I said, just take one traumatic event and you become a part of that cycle. I ain't gonna lie to you, but at the same time, I always had sense though. I knew wrong from right.
It,
So while I was out there and going to go do certain stuff, I always had that in the back of my mind. Like I said, because my grandma, she was one of the people that was known on the street, the block, like the whole block. I didn't see her turn gangsters to Christians. I just like you said, poverty and rebellion. I want to do what I want to do. I got tired of being broke,
that's
so
what I did. Here's the what choices are available to you now that weren't available to you when you were younger? Jobs were available. Jobs were still here. If you
true.
really
Oh,
wanted to work, listen, hold on, let me land. If you really wanted to work, niggas could have went to the military. A few niggas court cases, not the mass. Niggas had guaranteed work in the military. Niggas didn't want to go. Niggas had guaranteed action at a program that would have been not the streets. Sitting back saying, listen, the only reason why you don't do crime now is because you see shit differently. It's the same choices available to you right now that was available to you then. You just don't see life the same way as you saw when you was 25.
true.
No, you
I
right, Kev.
agree.
You right, Kev.
I agree
Go
with
ahead. Go
that.
ahead.
I agree with that to a certain extent.
Right.
Just tell
It
me the
depends
choices that
on.
were not available to you when you was 25. You had better action when you was 25.
Can I
Now
ask
it's
you a question on
limited.
that,
Kev, take
Kev?
it back to eight.
Hold on, Kevin.
Take
Let me
it back.
slow you down just a little bit. You don't
Yeah,
have
go
to.
ahead. Go ahead, Slump.
That's not a wrong answer. However, what about those who had to make that decision earlier than that? I had to make that decision at 9.
When we didn't
9
know
years old.
about these choices, and I understand where you coming from. That's what I was gonna say, Big Slump. But some of us, we may have the choices are always there. The opportunity is always there. But when you don't come from a situation that affords you to be knowledgeable of these opportunities and choices, because you are already basically drawn in to what's going on around you in your own circumstances, especially when you're young. You know what I'm saying? We don't as we thought as kids, thinking that we have to be adults in our minds because some of us had to live the lifestyle of an adult in order to take care of because of whatever our fucking situations and circumstances were. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Lack of always produces the need to go out and get it at all costs. But we don't understand that sometimes because some of us never got a chance, like Big Slump laid out saying, he didn't have a childhood. You know what I'm saying? And that goes with a lot of fucking people that are in our situations. I'm a two-time felon, homie. And I brought that on myself because I made a choice, but at the same time, I did have the chance to say, well, I'm gonna go right or I'm gonna go left. But because of pride and ego and just being who I was in my city and known for who just I couldn't accept doing something that I felt like was beneath me. And I didn't realize that what I thought was beneath me was on my level of where I was at that time. I didn't think about I felt like, how when you jump in the dope game, right? You start out on a lower tier. You start on the lowest tier. Hell, the world works the fucking same. You start out in your walk in the lowest tier. But it took me, man, it took me a long time to put that whole goddamn scenario together and realize, damn, I fucked up, but didn't realize I fucked up. But I don't regret it. I don't regret anything. Like Slump, man, I'm telling you, what you said in the very beginning, homie, yeah, man, that shit resonated some guy, that shit resonated a million times with me. Because
But D
I
Shell,
understand.
well, a certain way. But think about this: the way that life can be described sometimes, certain things is like it's a straight line. When nothing is straight, you got to go through zigzags, crosses, everything to
Yo,
get where
right.
you're going. So that's the picture right there. That's another thing. Like once you have to experience something, it's like, man, why I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna fail. Like a lot of us, we have a problem with failure. We don't like to fail. Everybody might not be hard on themselves, but some people are, and it do something to them. So, you know, like I said, I used to have this question too. Why is it that you got family members that's well off that can probably give out words of encouragement or help out? You never know what that'll do, but they won't. And they'll watch the ones that's struggling go through the stuff and, oh, they got it. Like, well, they doing it right now so they can deal with it. It's like a lot of questions and confusion to me. Stuff that I haven't got answered yet or, figured out. But just looking at it from that perspective, it'd be crazy.
No, that's. But I mean, everybody had. But the crazy part about it is, what's even crazier, is everybody is living off of their own experiences. Nobody's experiences, even though similar, are never the same. So what drove you to you, Kev, Trump, and D Mac, who's coming up to do and go in the route that they went? Yeah, it may have been similarities, but it was never the same. So you know what I'm saying? We all had the ability to make a choice, but some of us wasn't given really and truly, honestly, given a choice. You know what I'm saying?
Let me pick up.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I understand exactly. I understand what everybody.
I only think that you say that.
Hold on, Kev. Let's slump land, homie.
Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead. I'll go after you.
I dispute that. Listen, we buy the first lie. We enslave ourselves to our own lies and our own limited understanding as youths.
Right.
So you'll tell yourself and you'll really believe you didn't have a fucking choice because you'll buy your own lie first. You had a fucking choice. It wasn't slavery. Moms told you. I'm talking to most niggas. Moms and pops said ain't no smoking in the fucking house. You went out the block. You're on 13 and 14, taking your bad ass down the block, smoking weed, fucking with the boys. You knew better. You said fuck it. Then you wanted to look like the niggas down the block. Okay, you didn't handle it. So that's what made you feel like you had, because you wanted to look like them too.
That's actually true for most. I agree with that. But let me throw two situations out there. A complexity, just two situations of complexity.
Mm-hmm.
How I was introduced to drug, even though it was going on around me, I had been slanging on the block for 6 months, not knowing what weed was. I was told it was great. Now check this out. When I started at 8 years old, hustling, my first hustle was taking the trash out. I would knock on doors of the apartments that was around me and the projects I stayed in and take people's trash to the dumpster. That was my hustle. That crept upon me taking grass from one place to another, where I was making $4 off every dime set. I only took dimes. I didn't take nothing more but dimes. $3 off every dime. I didn't know grass was weed for 6 months until my uncle was just so happened seeing me doing what I was doing. And from that point, my uncle introduced me to the dope. That's how I was introduced. That's not gonna happen. That's a 1 in a million chance experience. Not too many people are gonna go through that, but that's my experience on how I was introduced to that.
Damn.
The second benefactor.
Go ahead. Oh, please continue.
The second benefactor, and I'm gonna fast forward. Why do you think when we go to court and we get sentenced all of these years behind what we do, whether it's dope, whether it's assault, whether it's whatever. The judge never understands what we go through because they've lived a picket fence life and they will never understand.
Not all, but I feel where you're coming from. But yes, please, man, talk on that shit, homie.
Uh,
I'm just throwing it out there.
No, but you're not off course. You're not lying about But then now I'm gonna play as much as I hate to even say this fucking word. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. We don't know what those motherfuckers that are sitting on that bench went through in their lives to come to the decision to be on that bench. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So
that's true. That's true. However, there will be a lower percentage of heavy duty time. D-Shep, as an example.
Come on now.
If you have been through what I've been through, exactly. If you wore the same house shoes as me, I'm not gonna say J's. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna say house shoes. If you wore the same house shoes as me, was offered the opportunity, you just did right with it. You had more drive, and you ended up as a judge, and you come in front of somebody with that has gotten caught up in these exact same situation. Are you gonna throw him 40 years, 50 years? I beg to differ.
I'm not gonna even lie to you, Slump. I had a judge, homie, from the first. I mean, like back. I don't know how it works in everywhere else, but I know in Austin, when you catch your first felony case, anytime you get caught up, anytime you get, you're gonna face that same judge, right? And I had a judge, man, that was so fucking lenient on me until he couldn't be anymore. You know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy.
I get where you're going with it. You are gonna.
I'm not. Hold on, homie. I'm not saying. I totally agree with what you're saying. Because there was a judge in the next goddamn courtroom that was giving first offenders 40 fucking years for the smallest of crimes or felonies. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely. It's all about perception, my nigga.
Yeah. We all ain't gonna run into the Judge Mathis. That's the damn sure.
And these are white judges. I mean, one black judge in that whole goddamn courthouse, and he was the motherfucker that gave his own fucking son time, like on some major time. He was a hanging judge, man. It's like what's up with it, Mike?
I said for me, about 5 years old. I ain't gonna even lie. I hate to say that too. My uncle used to sleep in my room, and he had all his stuff up under my dresser. And like one day, I don't know what made me go up under there, but I went up under there and grabbed, and I seen like about 20 bags full of rocks and powder. Mm-hmm. So the rocks look like the nuts on a brownie. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't know what it was. It took a minute to register. So my other cousins came. Somebody grabbed out a lot of money. Then my other cousin, she just started taking like all the rocks and she like, watch what I do when I come back, because she was a little bit older. But when my grandma found out about it, like she was like so pissed off at my uncle, and she like, why would you do that? Like, they sleeping in the room, so quite naturally they gonna search around up in his room to see what's up in here.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I ain't gonna lie, me and my brother had to cut him off though, because like he got arrested with my little brother one time trying to go do something. And like we asked him, like, man, like how you feel as a man, like knowing, doing what you did. We know it wasn't intentional, but like you'll never get no apology, even though nothing happened. Like my brother didn't get took, but it's still the thought of like that could have happened, and shit, we would have never been together, separated. You've been in the state, wherever I would have been, whatever happened.
Right.
And I'm like, that's like the carelessness of the whole situation. Like I said, even though we had that talk, it's like shit, it went in one end, one out the other. Like, oh, I got to get paid.
But I mean, Mike, the cold part about that is, my nigga, is we can talk to each other and tell about our experiences until we blew in the face to somebody else that they never experienced that. Everybody has to go through their own thing. I mean, I'll tell you guys my earliest experience with drugs, and it wasn't something that I was into. Yeah, my pops sold the shit back in like what I want to say 84, 85, San Antonio, and he smoked primos on top of that. I didn't know what the fuck that shit was. I knew it did. I knew it wasn't good because it just didn't. You know, I'm used to him just smoking weed. But he dropped some. We pulled up to the. They had ice houses back. You know, back in the day. They probably still got them, but they had ice houses. And you know, me and Loco, he know exactly what I'm talking about if you're listening. But for anybody from San Antonio, Sonny Mitchell's man, that was the fucking spot. And my pops was he was a fixture. My pops and my grandma and my step grandfather ran the fucking ice house. You know what I'm saying? But either way, we pull up and he's getting ready to. I guess he was getting ready to crush him up with rock and roll. You know, roll him up with primo while we sitting in the truck. You know, I'm like 11, 12 years old, but he dropped the fucking rock. And when he dropped the rock, and he's like, "Oh, Didi, you know, can you man, did you see what that went?" I'm like, "Yeah, that went right there." So I would reach down and picked it up. And as I handed it back to him, his response wasn't thank you. His response was, if I ever see you fucking with this shit, I will break your neck. And my daddy was that guy. And I believed every fucking word he said. And I just, at that point in time, I knew that whatever it was that he was telling me, it wasn't good for me. And I'm just thinking along the lines of using the shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking with the shit. So when I went to like we fast forward this shit, you know, like I say, about 11, 12, shit now I'm like 18, 19, about 19 rather, getting ready to buy a key. And I'm thinking with shit, I go holler at my pops. Somebody got an echo or something going on in the background. But I go to my pops, you know, so I tell my homies, you know, there's a group of us putting in on the shit. So I'm like, man, we go to holler at my daddy. And my daddy had connections. And picked him up. He asked me a question that I thought was odd, but you know, he's like, man, y'all got the money? I'm like, yeah. He like, y'all got guns on you? Like, come on, man. So we go to this little old spot, you know, on East San Antonio, East Side, you know what I'm saying? And my niggas is looking like, man, ain't nothing. Like, nah, my nigga, it goes down over here. But either way, it wasn't what he said or anything, it was what I watched him doing. And it wasn't in his character to do what he did, making the move, because it was two houses, right? So he's going back and forth between the two houses. So about the fourth time, I jump out the car I'm in and go holler at the homies and say, hey man, let's go. They're like, man, what about your pops? I'm like, shit, he know how to get home. And we left. So, you know, fast forward again, about 6 months later, I'm out there kicking it with him, you know what I'm saying? We sitting on the porch drinking a beer. And he said something to me, man, and it fucked him up. My answer even fucked him up even more. But he said, you know, Didi, you know when y'all was out here, man, trying to, you know, get that bird? I'm like, yeah. He like, you know I was gonna have you robbed, right? My response to him was, you noticed you had to get away home, didn't you? Wasn't no, and I didn't take it any kind of way. I didn't take it like on some being mad or being angry. But at that moment, it dawned on me what he said to me when I was fucking 12 years old. And that's when I realized he meant every aspect of this dope shit. He didn't want me fucking with it. He had to accept it, of course, but at the same time, he had it his way, he would have taught me a very valuable lesson, which he did. But he didn't realize that I keep game from him for so goddamn long that I saw it coming. I can't necessarily say I saw him getting ready to have me robbed, but I knew that how he was moving was out of character for him. So I'm like, shit, man, let's go. He like, you know what I'm saying? So you pick up shit. We're sponges, man. Even, especially at younger ages, we're so much of a fucking sponge that the people that are actually giving us the knowledge without trying to don't even realize it. And you know what I'm saying? That was my introduction into the cutthroat aspect of the fucking dope game through my own fucking father. And he had no malice in his heart behind it. You know what I'm saying? He just was he held on his fucking word from what he told me when I was 12 years old. You know what I'm saying? Without the physical part of it. But you know, I digress, man.
Get your playbook.
So we falling back on rebellion. You know, so that's gonna be
I
like
mean,
the first.
Kev, go ahead, bro.
It's gonna be
Like
like the first
Kev,
one.
Kev, you got a
Yeah,
cold story too. I heard you
Man,
telling
you got
before,
a
like
hell of
when
a
you was
motherfucking
young.
story, Kev.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. You know, it was different. You know, you was able to kidnap your own kid back. You know, when we was kids. Yeah, so yeah, you could do what you wanted. No charges, long as you was the parent. So, you know, it was obviously different rules mean different actions. So some parents took advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? Mine's, you know. But to be perfectly honest with you, when you don't know nothing else, it's really not as bad as it when you look back at it. But when you like, it's like kids that's in Uganda, you know, going to school wearing one pair of sneakers, they don't feel the same way as American kids. You know what I'm saying? they don't. Yeah,
Real.
it's a way. I'm just saying what I'm saying. It's a way of life. They don't.
That's a
You don't.
fact.
You don't. You don't miss what you never had. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So young.
Fact.
I'm just gonna say, to be perfectly honest, I had a little ability to block stuff out as a kid. I lived in TV. Yeah. So yeah, if the TV was on, I blacked out, just living environment and shit like that. And I lived on TV shows. Happy Days, I was a member. Good Times, I was I was a family member. I'm
Hey,
just
You
real
saying, I'm
nigga
not
you
shit.
ain't lying.
No, real you. Hey,
Kevin,
my
you
nigga,
ain't lying.
real nigga shit.
You ain't lying.
I'm
You ain't lying,
not.
Kevin. Hey, let me
They
let
was
me
I
let
was
me let
part
me
of their
tell you.
family. I was escaping minds, and I was willing to join anybody else's.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's a fact, Kevin. I can relate with that for the simple fact my father was never a brand. The way I knew I didn't want to be like him was TV. Uncle Phil was my dad. Carl Winslow was my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
For real.
man.
For real. I might have been doing wrong. I might have been doing wrong in the trap house or wherever I was at, but that's how I knew what was right from a black male, a black male, a productive male, a role model. Those are my dads for real. I agree with you 100% on that. 100%.
Who didn't want to live like Richard Cunningham? Now, motherfuckers didn't want to live like JJ, but at the same time, you looking at it from a perspective of the entertainment value. You know what I'm saying? But shit, the hustlers, come on, man. Who didn't want to be Theo Hustler?
Come on,
You know what I'm
good
saying?
Lord. Listen, woo wee too. That came out when I was, when I was a yeah, they had the best images back then. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't have the raunchy shows yet.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? Even if you was broken, busted, they had morals. The Evans had
Hmm.
morals.
Man.
No matter
I
what was
mean,
going on, they had fucking morals. They wasn't allowed to not have morals and be black when it first started. Just like hip hop.
I sit back and I talk about this to a lot of my homies, so, well, not a lot of my homies, but the few homies that my network is huge, my nigga, but my circle is smaller than a pin dot. So you know what I'm saying? That's just by design. But I talk to certain people that are in my circle, and we talk about the shit that we went through. I'm not glorifying, because one thing I want to clarify to anybody that may take this shit however the fuck weird ass way they choose to take it. We're not glorifying anything that dealt with the struggle. We're just looking at and acknowledging that the struggles that we all went through separately as men, as young men growing up to be men, is what helped to mold us and shape us to be the men that we are today.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna get that misunderstood by any means. I mean,
Hey,
I was go ahead,
check
bro.
this, check this out. Considering hip hop wasn't invented, well, it was invented. It was invented with JJ. The graffiti that they was broadcasting was hip hop. back then. It wasn't called. So listen, JJ wanted to be a rapper. It wasn't a rapper, so they had to use his art. They showed you that you could be in the worst situation in the projects and put something into your craft, your art. God gives everybody a gift, and it was all about him and his art. You know what I'm saying? He was selling it and boom. So they did have a story, you know, they was putting their kids on the right path, even when all else was fucked up around them. You know,
Facts,
they didn't
bro.
want to take no handouts. Not today. Not today's world. They didn't want to take that ain't the situation today. You know. So people put out the right message at times. You don't listen.
I mean, we sit back, kid, and guys, and we sit back and we look at the guys that are that came from, made, you know, for the most part, I say came from similar struggles, but have made it to rise above the crop and are in position to alleviate the struggles of a multitude of people, but in turn choose to digress and fall back into the bullshit that we trying to get the fuck away from. You know what I'm saying? How can you be a fucking multi-millionaire motherfucker, but you associating your life with gangs? You know what I'm saying? That makes no fucking sense to me. But then that goes back to the original question that Renee posed. Where's the line that separates men from boys? I say everybody on this panel left childish shit alone a long time ago. So that constitutes us as being men.
There's money comes with pressure too. So success comes with pressure, more pressure. And niggas,
but my nigga, to digress,
niggas fold under pressure. Yeah. Pressure bust pipe.
That means that to me, and not to cut you off, I'm gonna let you land. But that to me, all that says is that you would never a fucking man stand on your own 10. You were always guided by what somebody else's opinion meant, what somebody's opinion was of you.
Some people would say that about us as ex-gang members, or
It's not the same, not the same topic though, kid. Because shit, hey, are you a multi-millionaire? I guarantee if you were a multi-millionaire, me and you wouldn't even we wouldn't even know each other right now.
Well, you be bougie, not me. I
yeah, I put it on you, nigga, with all your goddamn clothes and shit. But nah, you know what I'm saying? The gist is what it is, man. It's like where we and for those of us that are fathers, or if you're not a father, but you have a love for children that aren't yours, but you have your nephews or whatever the case may be. The goal of our parents, which we didn't understand as kids, was for our lives to be better than theirs. And in turn, the goal of us that are parents, that is for our kids to live a better life than we live. You feel me?
That's the overall meaning, period, whether your parents are there or not. Is to make sure that your kids have an easier life than you, or at least an easier start.
Right.
That's definitely a main mission of mine, to make sure that whoever I am obligated to, godchild, children, whatever, male role model, whatever, is make sure that I leave them, first of all, lead by example, by leaving my situation, making sure that my situation leaves the earth in a better situation than it was, leave my family in a better situation than it was before, get an extra foot or two in the sand ahead,
right,
to whatever God has my family legacy to be, and make sure that my kids have that easier start or easier life, however, by any means necessary.
No, that's bad.
But yeah, let me. I gotta cut this short, fellas. Talking about fatherhood.
Man, I appreciate you coming up. I mean, just, you know what I'm saying.
I gotta get my kids ready for school.
Man,
I appreciate talking to all the kings up here, Miss Renee, Goddess, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your panel today. I look forward to listening to you guys in the future, and hopefully being a part of some proactive conversations in the
Big
future.
Slump,
Look for
as I
everybody to
know,
get
as I know you've been paying attention, my dude. You know, we trying to make this a weekly thing, and it's not to gain traction as far as like getting a whole bunch of. I can give a fuck about the views. What I'm looking at is the way I've always seen shit is those that are there are those that are the ones that are supposed to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, shit, it may be more people that are supposed to be there, but it's never been about no attention, no accolades. Man, we are grown ass fucking men living grown men lives that was doing shit that I definitely have no regrets. But at the end
Yeah.
of the day, we all participated in the destruction of. And now we're trying to help to build, to rebuild, or help to rebuild, you know what I'm saying, what we fucked up. So you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. And definitely, if I could share something that could help someone in an experience, that's all that matters to me. Period. If an experience can help someone or give encouragement, that's all it means to me. I will say this right before I hop off real quick. The one thing that did change my life is a simple saying: if you can slang dope, you can slang anything. And once you get the understanding of what that really means, it's the whole fact. So, salute to everybody again. Let me get up off of here.
I'm gonna let you land with that one,
I
homie.
will be listening as I'm getting my kids tidied up. So salute to y'all, salute to the chat, salute family. I love you, Miss Renee. I'll see y'all in the streets somewhere, in the YouTube streets.
Absolutely, man. Thanks again for even participating. And 6Dub, what you said is the absolute truth, my dude. You can't control the destiny of your children. You can only help guide and shape the direction that you feel that they should be going. Shit, I wouldn't. I didn't. I mean, I spoke on my dad, but hell, that my dad lived in a whole nother city. But my parents, my mom, my stepdad, that's not what they had in mind for me. I wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? I made a choice. I made a conscious decision because of who I was around and who I, watched growing up. So yeah, you're absolutely right. We can raise them to be president of fucking United States, but it don't mean that that's the choice. That's the hold on, kid. That that's the road that they're gonna follow. But go ahead, bro.
Let me answer your question. You was a millionaire, would your kid go to public school? Or would
For
you,
me personally,
what you know about today?
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, what I know about today? Hell no.
Okay. So let's start there. So your kid wouldn't be in public school. You probably be in a better position to really homeschool. See, it depends on what your options are as a parent. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you don't have the option of supervising your child, then you have to rely on somebody else to teach your child. That's just period. That's just facts. That's just simple math.
What you speaking is real shit because what we're looking at now, we can sit back and say, okay, well, the shit that's happening now didn't happen back then. No, it did. It just isn't spoke about, and it wasn't recorded like it is now. And I sit back and I think I rethought about my answer to you as far as would my kids go to public school? It depends on where the fuck I was at.
If you had the time to send me to public school in today's, I might think you don't love me.
It depends on where you at, kid.
I'm like, hold on, you trying to give me whack pops? What are you doing, bird ass nigga? I'm just saying, you ain't got no bread pops there. Homeschool me, nigga. What's happening? Yeah. I'll knock this shit out. Yeah, I can get better degrees right here. I'm not. Yeah, see, I mean, it's different. So I don't know if you can bring, because you can bring. If you get good grades, your parents supposed to let you live how you supposed to live. You dig what I'm saying? That's in school or home. That's in school or home. Now, if you're doing the right
thing, student, my nigga.
Huh?
I was a straight A student. Student, homie. And I excelled in sports, but that didn't change the dynamics of my parents' financial situation, which is where my problem was. It wasn't their problem. It was, because they did, as far as I know, and I will always say the same thing over and over and over. My parents, and as most of our parents, I won't say all, but most of our parents did the best they knew how. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear the talk of, oh, you 18, you can get the fuck out. That's because that's what they were brought about. That's what was put on. That's what their parents passed down to them. Me and my little sister had a conversation years ago, and we were very estranged, but we had this conversation, and she told me what I just told you, because I never looked at it like that until she said it. And what we came to the conclusion of is, and I've mentioned this on multiple posts, no, multiple lives that I've been involved in with Renee. And that being said, our parents did the best they knew how, right? But at the end of the day, shit, they forgot they weren't, because they weren't taught that there are two jobs to being a parent. The only thing that they were focused on is what was taught to them. Raise your kids to be adults, and then bam, and when we say adults, we figure 18. 18 is still a fucking child when you look at it. But the one factor that they didn't take into consideration, because it wasn't taught to them, was the second job of being a parent. Teach your kids how to be an adult. You think at 18, you finna kick me the fuck out the house and I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'm an adult now, I'm gonna do adult shit. When all my fucking life I've been doing child shit.
Say shit. Where you get that idea right there from on teaching the child?
Me and my little sister was having a talk, homie.
I'm talking about where did it come from within you for you to find out that it's another part to it other than providing or whatever.
I'm trying to tell you, my nigga. Me and my sister had a talk, my nigga, and we came to the conclusion that our parents did the best they knew how, because I didn't have bad parents. You know what I'm saying? Even with my gangster ass father, he wasn't a bad parent. You know what I'm saying? But my little sister and I had a conversation, and we kind of got to, because she fell off, and not in a bad way, as far as like, on drugs or anything. Just she fell off the path that she was supposed to. And the way we looked at it was written for her to go. I fell off the path that it was written for me to go. But we had a conversation and we realized that our parents did the best that they knew how, but they forgot about one aspect of being a parent, and that's teaching you raise your kids to be adults, but you also have to teach them how to be adults. We didn't know nothing about credit. We wasn't taught that shit. My son, credit scores, I guarantee you, my oldest son, my stepson, who I love to fucking death, his credit score is higher than damn near, and I won't say all, but damn near anybody in the chat or in the fucking panel right now. And that's because we took time to groom him on that, on what this shit is about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not degrading, or I'm just speaking on when I learned, when me and my little sister had that conversation. I took that shit to heart, homie. And I don't know, goddamn it, Kenneth ass always dropping the fuck out. But
yeah,
I took that shit to heart. And I realized right then and there that there was a flaw in the process. You know how we supposed to trust the process? There was a flaw in the process. I didn't change the process, I just enhanced it. And all of my children, none of my kids have ever seen the street side of me, the gangster side of me, the Crip side of me. Because once I grew to be a man, I left the street side of me in the fucking streets.
Okay, listen, salute. I'm about to eat something real quick, salute to the platform.
Nah, kid, man, appreciate you pulling up, man,
Yeah, I'm gonna get some dialogue. I do agree with the chat talking. There's a lot of entitlement, and with this new era, you know what I'm saying?
So see, the common piece about that,
entitled,
about that whole entitlement thing is that came with the whole separation of the nuclear family.
We
You know what
listen.
I'm saying?
We were hoping to have heat as kids. They, we was hoping to have food. That's what we was hoping.
Man,
I'm just saying. You
I
know
mean,
what I'm saying?
I don't even talk about the times, kid. I told my only person I think I've ever told this shit to is my wife. And I told her, I said, baby, when I was young, and I'm talking about, adolescent age and shit, there were times where I got full looking at the fucking sales papers from the grocery stores, homie. We didn't have the fucking shit. Look, I would look at that shit and I would manifest that into my goddamn stomach, and that would put me to sleep at night. I've been out there with my mama helping with a fucking pipe wrench, and I didn't even know what the fucking pipe wrench was. Turning the gas back on because they didn't turn it off. Me and my mama that went out there in the back of the fucking house and pulled the goddamn meter out and turned it upside down until they came and caught it. So now the struggle has been there. It's all about what you picked up from it. So that entitlement shit. No, these kids when they put the power of the kids, the children, to call CPS or call if your parents are abusing you. Man, I told my mother, I say, shit, mama, and I don't curse around my mother by far. But I told my mom, I said, Mom, there was a point in time where I felt like hell if I didn't get a whooping, something was wrong. And she looked at me and laughed like I was just making up some shit, and she had to sit there and actually think about it. I would get whooped for shit when I say whooped, that's putting it lightly. I would get beat for shit that I didn't even fucking do. But at the end of the day, yeah, go ahead, bro.
A lot of that be uncalled for. I think parents be taking stuff out on the kid. Like, man, that's when the kid be acting up. I ain't saying parents just coming home taking stuff out on the child. I'm talking about, you know how it get, and you'll be like, damn, you didn't get your ass whooped for that, but you getting your ass whooped.
You got your ass whooped for something.
That's what I mean. Your parent was going through something, so today it struck that nerve, and today you got your ass tore up. But I'm saying that right there versus today, bro. That's what I was hinting at. That's a big part of it. When they stop, like when what you just said, calling CPS, and yes, when they stop putting hands on folks, it went downhill. You see what I'm saying? Same way the street, with the gangs when they took the structure out, downhill. You see what I'm saying?
No, and I can definitely dig that, homie. You know what I'm saying? But you think about, you gotta understand. And I'm 51 years old, my nigga. I never, back when I was a kid, I used to be like, I hate my dad, I hate him. But then as I started growing up, as I started getting older and realizing what they were actually trying to do, they didn't handle it in what we would consider the best way, but they handled it in the way that they knew how. And them ass whoopings definitely kept, nigga, I would be, when I caught my first fucking case, man, I was 17 years old, homie, still in high school. And the last person I wanted to find out was my mother, because I didn't know what her reaction was gonna be. I knew it wasn't gonna be on no beating type shit, because I'm a big dude at the time. It was just, I didn't want her to know this because I didn't want her to feel ashamed of me.
Right.
And I had scholarships to a whole bunch of fucking colleges playing ball, and fuck that off.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So
that's all. You were gonna break mom hard with that. Mom is sick way harder than you than that. So, like you said, you rather see the law than them people. You see, you don't want to see my dad. You like, man, if I could go through this shit without them knowing, you feel me? But you can't.
I mean, I got away with it for so long until I got caught. I wasn't ashamed of what I was doing. I was ashamed of getting caught.
Right. Know how they gonna look at you.
Man, I think my lowest experience, my lowest, when we talk vibration shit, The lowest experience I've ever had, man, was going to jail in front of my fucking house, in front of my family, my nigga. Even
Hey,
though it wasn't something that I did. It was just I was in that realm, and I ended up getting out right back out. But it was just the whole fact of seeing my family watch me get fucking handcuffed and treated like I'm just some motherfucking me piece of shit.
right.
Nigga, that shit hit hard. That shit hit way different.
It do. It do. I done time, and that's why I didn't want no visits in there, because seeing them behind is just I'm cool on that. You talk to me and know that I'm Gucci. I'm cool on visits, because ain't nobody doing no hell of a time no way. So wait, that was the main reason. Niggas don't be wanting no visits now. Don't I
Yeah,
don't want I don't want you to see me like that there. That's
a
I
visit ain't
don't
gonna
know.
change my situation, man.
Yeah, man just be at his lowest when he up in there though. But if you got some hell of a time, you want to visit. But all I'm saying, if you ain't got long in there, yeah, man don't want folks seeing him like that, bro.
Nah, for real, my nigga. My mama never came to visit me, and it wasn't because she didn't want to. It's because
Right.
I did. My pops came and visited me once, and I told him on that first fucking visit, yeah, Dad, shit, man, I appreciate you coming, man, but shit, you ain't got to come no more. Tell mama don't ever come, because that's not my parents didn't raise me to be in a fucking
Right.
cave,
Mm-hmm.
so I wouldn't
Yeah.
want them seeing me in a fucking cave. Real right, but don't come see me.
Yeah.
Because I'm, you know what I'm saying, I'm not a motherfucking animal, even though I know behind the walls, you know what I'm saying, animal instinct come out, survival
Right.
instinct more so.
Yeah. Yeah, they know it, because let somebody bag Mom Deuce down in a corner and watch what happens. You understand me? So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, when survival tactics, when it's time for that, it's just time for that. And they just be wanting to see us come up out of there, because that says so much. You understand? Without saying anything, for you to come out and especially going anywhere to do some time, and you come out with a sane brain, bro. You can sit down, talk to folk, and folks ain't like,
Oh
"Well,
man, yeah. When
what's
you
going
ain't
on with
sitting
him?"
there,
So,
when you
for
not sitting
real.
there, and I'm laughing, but it's sad. It's really actually sad. I'm laughing, but when you can come out and be like, yeah, my nigga, you know what I'm saying, whoa, 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 instead of coming out and when a motherfucker mentioned prison, you go into a shell because of things
Right,
that may have
right.
happened to you. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go. There you go. There you
You know
go.
what I'm? Yeah, man.
And because I
I
see a lot of that. I see a lot of that. That's where a lot of this woofing and stuff online and stuff be coming from. When you get behind that wall though, and you think folks don't know, all them cell phones in that prison, bro, cut that out. Ain't no way. For real. Ain't no way. Ain't no nigga knowing what you got going. You come out here with the bluff game all you want to. Somebody gonna expose you in a minute, man. For real, cause like I said, the cell phone game real in that junk. Yeah, they got plenty of them, so we can get in touch with whoever we need to get in touch with to check and see about what you're doing.
Man, especially in this day and time. Yeah, back then, word was getting back, on the homies and how they was living. You know what I'm saying? Some great stand up, 10 toes, motherfucking me down. I got niggas that come home after 17 years, like, hey, man, fuck the prison shit, but you know what I'm saying? But they was willing. They let me know that, yeah, man, everybody that came through where I was at, my nigga, they wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Whoa. They wasn't that stand up motherfucker. So don't let them fool you, cuz.
Right.
I say less. You know what I'm saying? But either way, you know what I'm saying. I want to address something with a compiler. I mean, you made a choice, homie. You know what I'm saying? But on average, not everyone is going to make a choice to take fucking life. Not and we always look at it as penitentiary chances. But in reality, my nigga, we taking life chances where your life can be taken from you. I done stared death in the face more times than I want to fucking count. But it wasn't because I had this great life. It was because I lived off of what I felt was necessity. So now, if I had to do over again, would I? Fuck no. We probably wouldn't even be talking right now. But at the end of the day, do I regret any of it? Fuck no. Because it made me
That's
the man I am today.
There you go. I wouldn't know what I know. I would not be this guy if it wasn't for that road. So I can't see nothing we talking about on no regrets on taking back. Now you take back some decisions you made because you see the route you went. You may go that route, but for us, any other, like no, we good on that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because like you say, it make you who you are. If you live in a real a real lifestyle out here. You ain't doing it for the book, for the gram. You ain't doing none of that. Yeah,
Right,
life,
right, right.
life is gonna teach you. But the majority of us doing it for the book and the gram. Well, social media, man, because there's so many platforms, man. It just got us out here. I don't know. I said that was the death of us, though, bro. For us black folk, because you see how we using it. I barely see really networking to on a come up on some legit type stuff. Is all scamming, running and plays. Like I say, when it come to us black folk, why can't nothing be legit? If you got merch and all that, make sure your merch is legit, bro. You know,
Right.
you makes you probably could get on Ralph Lauren status if you would not be that oh, I could use this type of t-shirt and to get and knowing it ain't the
Man,
quality
kid, you
you
just said some shit that just opened up a whole nother can of worms in my eyes. Who the fuck is Ralph Lauren? And what the fuck has he ever done to contribute to anybody in a fucking fucked up situation? What has he ever done to contribute to that? What the fuck has Versace ever done? But we to contribute to help. You know what I'm
nothing but
saying?
nothing but not down black folks for us. I done seen because once you say something about us, the majority of us cutting you off. Because I
I
remember
mean, like,
when Hilfiger said what he said. I remember that
Exactly.
was
And you remember that.
Bruh,
Thank
that
you.
was when I was in high school, and I cut him off because I was heel figure, Tommy heel figure. I'm talking about with the Nautica. Yeah, that was my
Yes,
shit back
sir. Yes,
then.
sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
so once he
Folks don't
said
give a
that,
fuck about us.
I'm like, cool for real, cause your shirt 50, 65, 69, 74. I'm like, well, cool then, nigga. Man, I'm cashing out on these hoes. But it's because the material and the quality was great. But you watch the time and a few times before you get a fade. You feel me? So it made a
Hey, homie,
difference.
man, damn it. Let me take this call, man.
How you been?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
What's up with it? Who this Rolo?
This
Rolo?
Renee. Yeah, this Rolo, man. How you doing? Yeah,
I'm good.
shoot. I gotta come up, respect. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to jump in nobody interruption, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes it's better to listen,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
It's all good.
Oh yeah, it's all
Yeah,
good
man.
though. We were just chopping it up. Um,
Yeah.
let me see. We had really flipped conversations though.
Yeah, y'all had flipped it. But I see what you were saying though. It's like the individual had the potential of having that brand, that name as the Ralph Lauren if people, you know what I'm saying, stay humble and not try to shit on
Right,
everybody type of stuff. So
right.
I get what you meant with that.
Or just or the just the cutting the corners that that your quality or whatever ain't gonna be like that, but you ain't worried about it. You just trying to get a sale and just like run your name down. You feel me? Other than that long term, because I just done
I
so
mean,
much
like,
of that.
but you really gotta look at like the business aspect of like certain companies if you want to head in that type of direction though, because you're not about to just jump out there pushing XYZ numbers. You know what I'm saying? You got to start at a certain quantity and make sure you got that
Right.
quality. Because I mean, like some people, they just rather the quantity rather than the quality. You know, but I
Right.
said you got to start
I
small and
just
just wish for the stars.
yeah, I just know that black
But
people
some people don't even want to do that though, man. Like,
we set the trends normally. That's why I say that because we be everybody most names that we wear it ain't got nothing to do with us. So that's why I say that. I don't know no black company that us as a whole is supporting like we do all the rest of them. Like everybody don't wear Versace, Louis, all that right there, but the women
nah,
gonna give it to them in the bags or whatever, if nothing else. You feel me? We're in the shoes, so you know, it's just like I say. I just know
man,
that's a way.
it's like this, man. Yo, it's like this though. I mean, remember seeing Baby Boy, right? If you ever seen Baby Boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And Jody, he was more leaning towards, you know what I'm saying, trying to do something differently, but he approached a woman with a dress. Now it's easier for you to find a woman, you know what I'm saying, that can buy into your idea rather than a dude on first jump. You see what I'm saying? Because I hate to say it, but some people they only care about what they're gonna get out of it from you rather than help you and push you. You know what I'm saying? But a woman, hey, she gonna push you. She gonna tell you whatever she gotta tell you, but it's gonna be like some type of honest criticism. You know what I'm saying? Some people they don't like the criticism. They think that they doing the best at what they do, and they don't have to take no type of collective criticism. You know, but it was to just like you know what I'm saying, get on one accord. You know what I'm saying? Pull the next person up. Don't think most.
Um, can I get a mic check? Cause something don't happen. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can I get a one? Stream y'all is tripping. Can y'all hear me? Mm. Don't keep the mirrors off, y'all. shit, y'all. Wanted to get our good talk on. Pausing. That's what I'm saying. It gotta be. It has to be StreamYard that's doing that. They don't want no. They don't want StreamYard. Don't want y'all talking positive now. Hey, Kimmy. Hey, beautiful. See, I'm lacking in everything because it's lacking. Nah, King, they ain't burnt down. No, trust me, D Shep now they can go a good bit now. I'm telling you, they'll hold this conversation. They will hold the conversation down like no other, cause they be talking about some of everything on this meeting panel. I do appreciate everybody that came in support, that has been coming to support the men table. I think we're going on our fourth week. Wait, yeah, we're going on our fourth week of the men roundtable, and it's been doing awesome, awesome. When I tell you the roundtable has been awesome, it get better every week. We didn't go, we didn't do the men's roundtable last week because it was Halloween. So, yeah, we do it every Tuesday night, you guys. Every Tuesday night is men roundtable, most definitely. So I'm gonna assume that we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it. I guess we'll go ahead and end it because we've been going on how many hours? How many been going? Oh, an hour and 30 minutes. What, 39 minutes? So that's good. That's good. We normally go up to 2 hours, but screen y'all messing up, y'all. Yeah. The topic was they was on all kind. They was on two type topic. NPR. The first one was they was on was about um boys to men. Yeah, and it was pretty good.
Oh, I thought it just
NPR.
started, Miss Renee. How you doing, Miss Renee?
I'm good. I'm good. How
I
you
thought
doing?
y'all just started.
No, we start the men's roundtable start at 7 on
Oh
Tuesday. It's at
man.
7 o'clock on Tuesday, and it don't kick couple of they don't kick them off, but they had a good topic. They was on some real shit tonight.
Yeah, because when I came in, I'm like, yo, I don't see nobody. Like, so I'm trying to listen to see what was going on, but I, that's why I just hit the link because so I could hear it from you. I didn't know what was going on. Think take too long to come in the chat.
Yeah, I just knew you was gonna be here, but yeah, it's most definitely on. I guess that I'm gonna end it
Okay,
until
all
next
right.
until next week. Don't be late next week. Next
I
week.
will not. I'm sorry. I apologize. And tell them brothers I said I'm sorry. All right. You have a nice night, Miss Renee.
You too.
All right.
So guys, I want to say thank you guys for the support. If y'all can get it out there in these YouTube streets that we have the men's roundtable on Tuesday at 7. Um, we trying to grow. We're trying to bring our brothers together. They can sit at this table and put out what they need to put out. They maybe can help somebody that needs a brother that needs to be helped, um, on advice on anything. They do it all on this table right here on this round table. And I thank D Chef, the co-host of the Men Round Table. When I tell you he's the best, he really and Keith and Kevin. Um, Big Slum that came on, Rolling that came on tonight, D Mac that came on tonight. All you guys, I appreciate y'all coming up here doing y'all thing, showing another brother love, talk about some real life shit. I appreciate y'all. Y'all don't understand. I appreciate you guys for doing this. I set it out to do it, and hey, it's getting done. I just wish that my women's could have supported me behind me, stood behind me on the women's round table, but um, I guess that's not what they want. So I kind of dropped the women's round tables, because for the last couple of weeks nobody didn't show up and pull up on the women's round table. But the men have been great, and I love it. Um, When's the next one? King, it's every Tuesday. Every Tuesday. We do it every Tuesday night. Every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Hey Elle, how are you, handsome? Yeah, it's every Tuesday night, you guys. Y'all come back and get y'all topic on. You know, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm not here. When the men's round table, I don't say anything. I just be up here to let everybody up and everything like that. I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. This D Chef handle this from on his own. I just sit back and just let people up where they need to come up. But I love you guys for supporting the men's round table. I really do appreciate. I cannot stress this more. Give the men's 2 nights. And GR said, give the men 2 nights. You know what? I'm gonna talk to D Chef, Chef about that. If that's what he want to do, we can do it 2 nights. Was supposed to be on Monday, but it's football night, so it's football season, and everybody want to be in their commission. Hold um, exactly. Let's go, Otto. Keith, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all have beef through the week, 6 days a week. On the seventh day, it's just one day. I want you men to come together. Yes, yes. That's that's our vision. That's our vision. You come and you can have a rough week or something going on in your life. You want to express it on this men round table. You can lay it on the table, lay it out, and it's all gone. We don't do no disrespect over here. There's no joking. There's no beefing. None of that. It's all men getting their talk on. We don't do that over here. You got too many other places you can go to that you can do that. We take one day out of the week where you be grown. You put your doggone boxers on over here. You put your boxers on, you put your suit on, you put on your shiny shoes or whatever kind of shoes you wear. You be on your grown man shit. And everybody respect each other on the panel. And that's what I love about the men round table, the respect. They showing each other men how real men act. And I love it. I love it. Oh, no problem, D Chef. No problem, no problem, no problem, no problem. No problem at all. Yeah. So we love it and we getting it. We gonna get it done. We're gonna. I see every week it grows a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and that's what it's about. That is what it's about. As always, I love everybody that support us. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate D because when I said it, he's like, yeah, he's like, yeah, Miss Renee, yeah, yeah. He's like, you should do that. I say, if I do it, you gonna host it. Period, point blank. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just gonna sit back like I always do and let everybody up. You're gonna host it, and he been doing an awesome job. So y'all get the word out. Share the live. Um, help us get this men. I want more men in here to to speak on it. On whatever. I just ask that y'all get it out there. And like I said, every week it gets better, and it's been getting better every week. Every week it's been getting better. That's what I'm saying. All grown men at the table talking about real shit. And that's why I'm gonna end this. Again, I say thank you, D. And the men round table was good. I appreciate y'all. Like I say, every Tuesday is on. All right, you guys. If nobody told y'all they love you today, know that Miss Renee love y'all, and I appreciate the support and love that y'all do. So when y'all come over here even more, the next time y'all can grab y'all a membership. Come join the Grown Folk Lounge. But again, with the support, just share it out, show the love. That's all I ask. Until next Tuesday, I'll see y'all in these YouTube streets.
Let's get it.
Welcome to the round table, ladies, let's go. It's the Grown Folks Lounge. Miss Renee, another great show. Topics if you got them, hey, let's talk about it. Just keep it simple and clean. You ain't gotta argue about it. Always keep it 100. It ain't nothing but good vibes. Staying true to yourself, you can make it past the life. If ain't nobody said they love you, just remember that she said another day we still living. Show some love to the family. Going live, so subscribe. Let her know that you was there. If you catch the replay, leave a comment, like, and share. You ain't gotta have a rant. The support still the same. And she with that goofy shit, put respect on her name. It's that grown folks talk. Grown folks this. It's that grown folks talk. It's that grown folks talk. Grown folks this. It's that grown folks talk. Respect on her name. Put respect on her name. Put respect on her name. Yeah.
As always, if nobody ever told y'all they love you today, know that Miss Renee is saying, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I thank those who rock will be coming, sit in this chat with me, even if you're in here for 2 minutes. The idea that you had the thought to come in and chat with Miss Renee. I love you all. I appreciate y'all. And I tell you, I would trade y'all for